concepts.
What can't you do? What won't you do? Nothing impossible.
Thank you. You're welcome again on the platform. I'm going to share some very important information as it concerns an entrepreneur. I believe you enjoyed the first part of the discussion of who an entrepreneur is and how much capital is needed for you to start up a business. We talked about it being just an idea. The idea you have that you have written it down, it is very, very vital for you to also bring it to reality. And we also talked about what are some of the challenges that people face, and we talked about the boldness to begin. A lot of people have very awesome ideas, but one of their problem is always, can I begin this idea? How will it be like up to the public? Are the people going to accept it? Is it going to be appealing? Is it going to go very far? Everybody is having that ambition, and there's a need for you to conquer that fear and begin that business, that company, that particular enterprise that is in your heart. And we talked about another one called mismanagement and losses at the babyhood stage of your enterprise. A lot of people used to engage themselves into a business, and the moment they just see that it doesn't work, they say, oh, I said it, my idea is not going to work, I don't know what is wrong. No. There's a need for you to press in. There's a need for you to put an extra effort. If you have a loss today, you can have a profit tomorrow. It's all about you being optimistic and see to it that you have all that dream and vision and idea become a full grown vision realized according to hard work. And then another thing we have again is unproductive workers. There are a lot of workers that are very, very unproductive, and it may really kill the vision down. But now you also have to know how it looks like to handle such workers. Somebody can just come because he needs a passive income, but you need to be very, very focused when it comes to that. So you know how to deal with the workers, to increase their enthusiasm, to sell the vision into their heart, so that they don't just work for the passive income, but they put their heart into what they do. That's what is going to provoke them to bring in more ideas and bring in the creativity they have. It's often said that our strengths are completed in others. You can't do everything alone. No matter how great your idea is, you're going to need people. People are going to need you. But in people are divided strengths needed to be combined in order to bring the full capacity for the vision to be realized. Now we're going to go into something more different now. Can a youth be an entrepreneur? Of course. Every youth can become an entrepreneur. You who are watching me right now, that dream, that vision, that idea you have, you can bring it into reality. It's very important to know that salary cannot really take you as far as when you manage both salary and investments. You can't meet all the bills by just your salary. A lot of people even spend their salaries totally even before they even collect it. So there's a need for you to feed, like what we're talking about, the breast of a woman, the left breast, the right breast. The mother gives the right breast. When she sees that doesn't flow, she takes to the other side and breastfeeds the baby. So one side can be termed breastfeeding from income by salary. The other side can be termed breastfeeding from investments that you have made. So if your salary fails, you go for investments. That's what we're talking about. So every youth can become a very, very great entrepreneur. Now we talk about how is this idea of the entrepreneur all about? It's very important, as a pastor, it's very normal for us to also draw inspirations when it comes to matters from also the scriptures. We see God as the very first entrepreneur. That's true. If you read the book of Genesis, John chapter 3 verse 16, God so loved the world that he gave his begotten son, that whosoever believes in him should not perish but have everlasting life. For God so loved the world, that's God's potential market, the world, that he gave his only begotten son, his son, that's the capital, that whosoever believes in him, that is utility, shall not perish but have everlasting life. That is God's profit. So God is an entrepreneur, and we see also in the book of Matthew chapter 25 on verse 14 right down to 30 how God divided 5 talents, 2 talents, and 1 talent. The person with one went and buried it. Are you burying your talent? Is your talent buried? What you want to do, what you're envisioning, what you have as a plan, you have to bring it into reality. And then we also have to talk about how to overcome some financial problems when it comes to business. One of the problems that people used to have is concerning how do I manage finances. I'm going to give you 3 powerful points rapidly. The first is that you have to have financial integrity. Yes, financial integrity. There must be a structure and a system that avoids fraud, a system that avoids indiscipline. If you have to manage your business very well, you have to make it in such a way that you're not going to just dip your hands and just remove money at any time. No, if you have a business and you're an entrepreneur, you being the founder or the sole proprietor, you can put yourself on a salary. You see, there's a need for a financial discipline on how the finances go so you don't enter into financial problems. The next thing is that you need a support system. What's a support system? You need a plan B or a plan C. If we venture into this project and it fails, what is the plan B? What's the plan C? It's going to help you not to fall into some unnecessary financial problems. And the third one is have a business coach. And this is where I really want to dwell for the few minutes we have left. A lot of people have great businesses, but they never have a coach. You know, a coach is somebody who has been where you're trying to go to. There's no road that is really new, and there's nothing new under the sun. So if you're trying to venture into a particular aspect of your entrepreneurial career, you need a coach in that area. If you want to deal with cement, you need to draw inspirations from a coach. If you want to deal with a supermarket, you need to draw inspiration from a coach. You find it that results become as cheap as ABC when there's a coach, because when you face some financial problems like we're talking about, you can approach your coach and say, tell me, what are some of the experiences you had when you were going through a particular system or a particular challenge in the financial management of your business? And he's going to tell you, okay, this is what we did, this is what we did, this is what we did. You can present it to him and he gives you a counsel, he gives you an idea, he can orientate you and take you through diverse kind of stuff that are going to really bring out the best from what you're going through. So it's very, very important for you as an entrepreneur, which you are, a youth. Engage yourself when it comes to entrepreneurship. Don't just depend on your salary. Mind you, salary is very, very important, but you also need to have investments. Even if you're touching 700,000, 900,000, 2 million, do something that can bring you extra income. Yes. Why not buying a grinding machine? Just put it by side and it fetches you money for the electricity bill. Why not buy a taxi, put it on the road? Why not handle some kind of small issues that can be solved from those diverse sources of income? It's very good when you have up to 4 different streams of income. Don't just depend on one. All sources of income can fail at the same time. If one fails, you take the next. If the other fails, you take the next. There is no financial issue you're going to face that these 4 different sources of income are not going to crush down before you. Let me give you something very important now, and before I step out of your way. Statistics proved that 70% of the richest people on earth are not salary earners. They are investors. Is a salary earner somebody that is low? No, the people who touch very good amount of salary. But if you are supposed to enter a very high dimension and a great level of financial freedom, there's a need for you to also engage into investments. It's very, very important. I was shocked when I discovered that the wife of Obama was also engaged into agriculture, even as the president's wife. Wow, it's enough for somebody to say, okay, they give them a very good income, they have many immunities, and they enjoy so many benefits, and there's nothing for them to do again. No, she was engaged into agriculture, especially vegetables. Barack Obama's wife Michelle Obama, she was engaged into vegetables. And there are a lot of people into these that are engaged in diverse sources of income, and it's yielding enough income for them to really engage into all of these. So I want to just encourage every youth that is watching me right now. You can't have that idea become a reality. You can make that vision become a reality. You can bring into being the exact thing you penned down at that middle time of the night when you woke up and you said, oh, I have to make money. There's a need for me to make money. That vision can be realized. I told you, you just need an idea. The idea is what will bring the resources, and the resources will kick the vision up, and it takes off. And when you get the provision, you just see yourself going higher and higher. I want you to be very, very much encouraged and handle entrepreneurship with high esteem. Don't be that kind of youth that is just depending or looking for a particular job. These most of the problems that we have with youths of today. They don't want to be entrepreneurs. Yes, everybody just leaves the university and is like, oh my God, I got to do what I studied. Wow. Great. If I learned medicine, I must be a doctor. If I learned biochemistry, oh my God. If I learned this one, I learned that one, I learned this one. Listen very well. If you come out of the university and after 5 years you're still jobless, don't blame anybody, blame yourself, because you have the potency, you have the potential, you have the gift, you have the talent. Don't wait for somebody to employ you if you can actually employ yourself to entrepreneurship. You can have that mindset and create a business strategy. Yes, it's in you. There's a necessity for you to create it. There's a necessity for you to bring yourself into reality of it. Don't take your certificates and, oh, I have first degree, I have master's degree, I have PhD, and I've been sitting in the house for the past 9 years, I don't have a job. What's wrong? You can have a job by you creating it for yourself. Yes, you. It's possible. Wake up and get an idea and begin to put in your energy into it, your time into it, your resources into it, to see to it come to pass. Don't just relax there and say, I went to school and I've laid applications. I don't know what is really wrong. I don't know what's really wrong. Oh, this and that. No. Every youth can become an entrepreneur. And I want that insight you have. We're waiting to see it. We are waiting to see it. It may even be about technology. There's somebody that just came out with an app, and the app is just everywhere. 10 years ago, will you talk about something called WhatsApp? 30 years ago, will you talk about something called Facebook? Just think about it. It's somebody that came out with Instagram. It's somebody that came out with TikTok. Yes, it's all about an idea. Just come out with that idea that is in you and drive it into the system, and it's going to spread like wildfire. Yes, you can make it. You are a youth with a difference. You have that potential in you to also be an entrepreneur. Don't just be there and you're waiting for manna to come down from heaven, or you're expecting somebody to just handle you and just see how it's going to work. No. So it's very, very important as a youth, wherever you are and you're listening to me, have that mindset to be an entrepreneur. While you have laid your applications and you have dropped different files in different places waiting for work to come forth, why not just engage your abilities also in entrepreneurship? They say no food for a lazy man. If you're waiting to be employed before you eat, then you're really, really lazy. Yeah, that's true. And there's a need now for you to just wake up and say, no, you can do something. Yes, you can do something. Get into it, work it out, and see it come to pass. It may be very insignificant at the beginning. You may look at it and you're like, is this really worth it? Are people really going to admire it? Every work is as valued as the worker behind the work. A particular work is having its value based on the person behind it. Somebody may just be making a cafeteria or something like a restaurant. The value of that restaurant is not determined actually by the environment. You can have an AC filled beautiful restaurant and yet people are not coming to eat. But somebody may just be in the corner. And I heard something very beautiful I would like to share. There is a particular shoe mender. He's found in Yaoundé here around Carrefour Pakita. The news has really gone so far that they said this particular shoe mender is so skillful in his shoe mending that top personalities of Cameroon, if they really have to repair a shoe at all, they will refer you and say, go fix my shoe in that person's place. Why? Because if this person handles your shoe, you never see the need for you to come back to the shoe mender. It's a gift. And where he's even situated is not beside the road. You have to enter some kind of terrible nooks and crannies before you meet his stall hidden in one corner, and yet it's creating impact. What you want to do may not even feel significant, but if you put enough time, if you put enough energy, if you put enough resources into it, you're going to see that people will start looking for you. Yes, you have to build a brand for yourself. You need to build a reputation for yourself. You need to build a particular acceptance for yourself, that each time people hear about your brand, they're like, wow, this is it. I just need this stuff. You can do it. You can make it. Yes, you can make it. Follow that passion you have. Follow that dream you have. Follow that insight you have. A lot of people are really, really scared. Don't be scared. Don't be shy. People may not even accept it. Yes, I know some people are naysayers. They say, no. How? No, I don't believe in you. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. How can you be doing this? No. It's your dream. It's your passion. Oh, I draw inspirations again from the Bible. Joseph had a dream and his brother said, forget it. There's nothing that can come out of you. You don't have any deposits. You have nothing to offer. But the dream came to pass. I draw inspirations again from David. David said, I'm going to kill Goliath. And they said, no. How can you kill Goliath? So all of that is really, very important as a youth, and you need to really work in that. So I want to really encourage every youth to dive and drive into entrepreneurship. Thank you for watching, and I really encourage you to continue doing this. See you next week. Bye.